let's create another driven scan class here, but this time let's investigate the one-shot option. That feature allows us to pull tags manually when we want to. So rather than polling at some rate, depending on the condition, we're going to use the condition, and on the rising edge of that condition, we're going to poll the values once, and then wait for that condition to go back to being false, and then back to true for it to poll again. So it's a way of only polling it manually when we want to. In this case, I'm going to use a memory tag to trigger the scan class. I'm going to right click and create a new memory tag. I'm going to call it trigger. I'm going to set this to a Boolean. It'll be false right now. I'm going to go to create a new scan class. I'm going to call this scan class driven one shot. So I'm going to set the mode to driven, the fast rate, and the slow rate. We're going to ignore this now, because after I set the condition here to be set to the driving tag trigger is equal to a value of 1, and check the one-shot button, you'll notice that the slow rate and the fast rate become disabled, because one shot doesn't look at those rates. It looks at when this condition is true on the rising edge. It polls the values once, waits for the condition to go back to false, back to true to poll it again. I'm going to go ahead and press OK now. I'm going to set my tags here into, right-click Edit, into that driven one-shot scan class. Go ahead and press OK. And so right now, the values haven't come through yet. We haven't polled it because the condition is false. So on the rising edge, when I set it to true, we're going to poll the values once. You can see them come in, and they stop up. There's no updating there. It's waiting now for the condition to go back to false and back to true for that to poll it once more. So this could be a very handy scan class type where you want to let the operator on the screen press a button to refresh and poll the values once from a PLC, especially when you're over a network that's slow, like a radio network or something where you want to limit the bandwidth. So we can only poll manually when we want to.